Before the gods walked away, before the sand swallowed kingdoms, there was a man who dared to defy time itself. I was no pharaoh, I held no scepter, but I carved a throne into the spine of the earth, for a king to rise into the afterlife. They remember the pyramid, but they have forgotten the architect. I am Ankhur, son of Tahutime's grand architect of the two lands. When I was a boy, I shaped clay bricks in the sands of Mennefer and watched the older scribes draw perfect lines on limestone. Now I write this account so that the gods and those yet unborn may know. The pyramid did not rise by magic, but by the sweat of thousands, the minds of few, and the will of one pharaoh. The sun had not yet risen on the day I was summoned. High atop the steps of the White Palace, Pharaoh Khufu, hawk-eyed and veiled in gold, spoke to me not as a god to man, but as vision to vessel. You shall build me a monument that touches the breath of Ra, and shall last as long as the Nile flows. I fell to my knees, I did not weep, for I knew in that moment my name would be carved not in stone, but in the wind that passed through eternity. I spent 3 seasons in silence, calculating on scrolls of papyrus, watching the stars, drawing lines in sand only to erase them at dawn. The pyramid must face the 4 corners of the world, align with the pole star and guard the soul of the pharaoh through eternity. I chose the plateau at Giza, solid bedrock close to the river and visible from every direction. We built wooden tools with copper edges, string lines taut as a serpent, and plumb bobs kissed by gravity. The base had to be perfect. Even a finger's width of error would disgrace me before the gods. The final plan I etched onto a black basalt slab, 230 royal cubits each side, rising to 146 cubits into the heavens, a staircase to Ra himself. But no great work breathes without battle. One moonless night, our quarries at Tura were raided by Libyan desert raiders. They set fire to our boats and slaughtered 20 men. Another time, rebel nobles from the south, angry at the pharaoh's taxes for stone, attempted to poison our water supply. I was nearly killed by my own overseer, jealous of my closeness to the throne. He tampered with the scaffolding. I fell, broke my leg, and still drew designs for my bed of pain. And then there was the plague, a sickness that swept through the laborers like sand through fingers. We lost hundreds, the fields wilted, whispers of curses echoed in the chambers. But we did not stop. Khufu summoned more workers from the delta. The priest gave offerings at every layer. I myself made sacrifice to Ta, god of craftsmen, begging for strength and protection. Not slaves, but proud men of Egypt, bakers, brewers, stonecutters, boatmen. Divided into crews named after the gods, the friends of Horus, not the followers of Sokar. They sang as they dragged sledges over wet sand. Their backs were bent, but their eyes held fire. We built ramps that snaked around the pyramid, packed with clay, bricks, and limestone dust. We greased them with animal fat to move blocks heavier than 5 oxen. From Aswan, we ferried granite through the Nile, stones for the king's chamber. That chamber alone almost ended me. Its roof would collapse under its own weight. But I designed relieving chambers, one atop another, like a spine holding the sky. Each block was laid by hand, chiseled by daylight, aligned by starlight. After 20 years, the final capstone, coated in electrum, gold, and silver, was placed by priests in a silent ceremony. The sun caught it at dawn, and the pyramid, once red and rough, now gleamed white like the wings of Horus. It was done. 2.3 million stones, million tons, and inside it the king would rise to the heavens. I do not know if I shall live to see another flood. My bones ache, my eyes fail, but I go now to rest beside the very pyramid I drew on papyrus, carved in the minds of men. Let the sand rise, let time pass. Let the invaders come and the empires fall. But this monument, this heart of Egypt, it will remain. I am Ankhur, and I built the house of eternity.